Welcome back
to another week
and another episode. So today we're chatting about what it actually costs to be low maintenance, which is such a hard pill to swallow. Because like it comes from a place of compassion, right? It comes from a place of love. It comes from a place of caring for those around you, not wanting to be a burden, not wanting to be too much, you know. So fair enough. I think it comes from a place of care and compassion, but it also comes from a place of not understanding your worth, not seeing your worth, not caring for yourself, and just like sitting in this bubble of other people deserve better than me, so I'll just give them what they want and I'll just be super low maintenance.
Don't take up space, cause trouble, whatever.
Don't cause trouble. Actually, just be quiet, sit in the corner. If someone needs something, then get up and do it for them. So staying small. But staying small is pretty expensive over the long term.
There's a healthy way of being low maintenance, because I think you do get different personality types and people. Like I, for example, I'm not type A at all. Much more, some things I like, I'm a planner, but I've learned to kind of be like easygoing, go with the flow. I'm not too high strung. I wouldn't say unhealthy. It's where like you compromise what's really important to you to fit into something or like a mold or in a spot, right?
As soon as you start compromising what you actually want and your values and what's important to you to keep other people happy or to keep other people comfortable, that one's my favorite. Keeping them comfortable, you're just hurting yourself, right? And it comes very naturally to people pleasers to keep other people comfortable because we feel like I'm caring for them. I don't want them to be uncomfortable. I don't want to upset them. I don't want to this. I don't want to that, right? And it's actually quite interesting because I feel like to an extent, if everyone around you is constantly comfortable, there has to be something wrong. Like I want the people in my life to challenge me and to like question the things that I'm doing. Not necessarily because it's bad, but just because like, why do you do it that way? I'd love to understand why and kind of like chat about it. But I am that person who will make sure everyone else is like, I'll be super low maintenance to make sure everyone is good. And for a very long time, I would very much like choose everyone else's joy or comfortability or whatever above my own. And I've kind of got to a point where it's like, it's painful, it's exhausting. I am the only one getting burnt out at the end of the day. So like, why am I doing this?
Why would you?
100%.
The reality is it is okay and very normal to take up space. We should be taking up space. Like we've been created for a purpose and put on this earth with a mission and like, as I believe, a goal to complete. So, like to live a purposeful life. And you're going to have to take up space, even if that means in a very small area of your life, your friends, wherever. You don't have to go stand on a world stage. Like very little of us can actually take up that much space. But you are not inconvenienced if you are just communicating your feelings or needs. And actually, I think it sort of shows a lot of strength when you can clearly say, like, actually, that's not okay to me. Or I really do need this from you. Or I need this. And talking from, I think, both of us so I've struggled with that, with like speaking your mind or being able to
stand up for
yourself.
Yeah.
And it was when I was younger, as simple as, I'm sure for you as well, like asking if you want coffee over tea. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a simple thing, and the person offering you won't mind making either or, especially if they offered you. But even like something so simple was at a stage really difficult to be like, so sorry if you have to make coffee now because I actually really need coffee. Or whatever,
exactly. And going into like, where does that actually come from is, I would say a lot of it is shaped by your childhood, and then also just like going into like moving into adulthood, how people have treated you and where you've kind of like put your worth and your identity. Because I feel like, and I'm sorry, I know this is controversial, but we create a lot of our trauma for ourselves. Like, I'm sorry, it is what it is. Because we kind of convince ourselves that if that person doesn't see my worth, then I am nothing.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, you decided that. No one said that. No one said that. I feel like it comes from both sides. Like it comes from experiences and not feeling like you're enough or your voice is valid or whatever it may be, or you're supposed to be small. But a lot of your childhood will probably like cause that as well.
Definitely.
I think that's probably both of our cases because we are both middle children. You're the quiet one in the back,
Say yes to everything.
100%.
Okay,
you don't have we'll figure it out. It's fine. It's the second child, they'll deal with it.
And that's
like,
nothing against our parents. We both have amazing parents.
No.
I think
100%.
it's just like the order in which you are born and like how life plays out.
Exactly. And the funny thing is the saying that you're a middle child is such a universal thing, which like everyone just gets it. And I'm not saying that
it's a negative thing.
It's a negative thing. No, I feel like I have the best parents in the world, but I'm a middle child. And so there are characteristics that I have that makes me want to be like quiet and low maintenance and shut up and only say something when it really adds value, you know. But basically just what I'm trying to get at is, unfortunately, these things happen, and like that's how we see ourselves, or that's how we were molded into who we are today, or whatever it may be. But it's a constant thing that you need to remind yourself of. You are worthy of taking up the space and standing up for yourself and asking for what you want or what you need, right? Because over the long term, you're just losing yourself throughout the process if you're just like staying low maintenance. And at the same time, it's either that you're going to lose yourself, but you're also going to, people just walk over you because you never have an opinion. You're not going to have one now. So we'll just move on.
The other thing is, just on that point, and we can move on to the next one, is you won't always have people who are like sensitive to making sure to ask everyone their opinion. So being stuck to wait to be allowed to give your opinion or to say no or to communicate your need isn't always the reality. Like sometimes there's obviously also different. There's points where you're going to have to put down your foot and be like, actually, just to interject into whatever is happening, I don't agree with this, or I need this, or this isn't okay to me. Like, you need to have, at a point, find your voice. Again, like, it doesn't matter how small. That's something I quickly learned when I was, as I grew older, and I think we both actually just found our voice in that, is there's nothing wrong with being able to just voice your concern needs, or opinion or needs. Even just throwing it out there, just to be able to say, I at least said what I need, right? And I consciously now, I'm like, I'm going to always state my needs and my expectations, because it often, firstly, if that doesn't get met, then it validates that at least I tried to communicate that, right? So at least I did communicate that it was not met, or it a lot of time is met.
Yeah,
right. Because you said,
because you actually communicated
exactly what you need, and just to protect yourself and those boundaries. Because what we realized is it creates so much resentment. And to this day still, if I do not communicate with people, or don't speak my mind, or like say, don't worry about it, I'll figure it out, or I'm so easy, just, whatever happens, like I can think of so many examples of like things like, oh, I don't really care, I'm fine, it's okay, whatever. It creates so much resentment. It can create so much resentment, just built up frustration and a lot of things. Especially the word I really tried to say, like, it's okay, less. Because when people do something that upsets you, it doesn't have to be okay or fine. Like, exactly. You can just be like, yeah, it's, but we are very quick to say, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it. But actually, it's like, no, that did upset me, or that did hurt me, or I don't agree with what you just did. And just a phrase so simple, like, we don't have to say, oh, it's okay.
Yeah, 100%. And just a quick tip on that is, or at least what's helped me, is starting to practice that and like taking up space or giving my opinion or communicating what I need in safe spaces, because it just makes it so much easier. Like, if you just slowly build up the confidence to do it in safe spaces, then you can like slowly start doing it in spaces that you don't feel as safe in. But it's like, it's something that you need to practice. It's one of those things where you don't just wake up one day and you can just give everyone your opinion. It doesn't happen. It's not realistic. So start small, start with your safe people, start with the people you love and who are very close to you and not judgmental. And you can actually say, like, listen, this is how I want to be loved. And slowly but surely just build that up into actually being able to give your opinions in bigger spaces. Being low maintenance, the core of it technically is the fear behind it, right? Is like being too much or inconveniencing people or, making people feel uncomfortable. Like, that's the fear behind it. And it's kind of like the people you love will not feel that. They won't feel inconvenienced by you. They won't resent you for giving your opinion or asking them to love you in a certain way or whatever it may be. They are there because of who you are, right? And I think that's like a very important point to remember, is that they're not just there for what you do for them, they're there for who you are. Yeah. And if it's the other way around, then you have to have a conversation either way. Exactly. But if you look at it that way, it's like, it comes from a fear. The fact that we're low maintenance comes from the fear of being too much or inconveniencing people or whatever it may be. And something I've learned is it's not a bad thing to inconvenience people. Okay. And it's such a tough pill to swallow.
Yes.
But I don't know about you, but I am inconvenienced almost daily by other people. Do I get super upset about it? Sometimes, yes. But do I like hold it against them? No, because I get where they were coming from. Like it's what they wanted, or it's what they wanted to do, or it's like whatever it may be. And I'm just like, I understand because I know you and I know that was important to you. So lekker, I will be inconvenienced because of that thing.
Yeah.
We are so scared of inconveniencing people, so we just like sweep ourselves under the rug, which I'm kind of like, people are probably not going to feel inconvenienced. And if they do, they'll get over it. Yeah. You're allowed to inconvenience people sometimes. You're allowed to be selfish sometimes. It's okay.
And then other way around as well, like to be inconvenienced, it's okay. There's a big discussion on social media at the moment about like, you know, everyone talks about you need a village, especially like raising children, you need a village. When you live by yourself, you need a village. But no one talks about like it takes... The price of a village is to be inconvenienced sometimes.
Yes.
So to have a village, you need to be a villager. And to be a villager, you need to be able to be inconvenienced sometimes.
Yes.
If that means helping someone when in the middle of the night when they really need someone, like that's being a villager. But you're not going to build a village of people if you're not willing to be in that space and actually inconvenience yourself as well, right? And then the other way around, like you can't be in a village if you're like, oh, I'll sort it out. I'm not going to ask for any help. Like if you need your village, you need your village, and you need other people. And if they're going to want, like, that's a price of inconvenience, is to be part of it.
Exactly. But at the same time, if you think about it, I have like a small group of people, like my close inner circle, that if they call me at any point in time, like I will be there. I will drive. I will like...
No matter what.
Yeah. Exactly. In that moment, I am not mad about the fact that I am being inconvenienced or I had to wake up in the middle of the night or whatever. I am there for my human because I know that if I need them, they will do the same.
And part of... intimate or special or deep relationship with someone is depending on each other and being able to be very honest and very raw about your feelings, your needs, depending on that person to help you when things get hard. You can't build an intimate relationship, and it's like intimate in so many ways, like friendships and relationships, but if you're not being raw and honest and like truly expressing what you need and feel, you can't build that.
And on that point, like receiving also builds that connection, not just the giving. As people pleasers, we tend to, or people that are low maintenance, we tend to kind of just want to give and give and give to make sure everyone is like happy and whatever. But you can't build a connection with someone if you're not receiving as well. Yeah. And so you have to be able to communicate that. You have to be able to show people who you really are, what you actually feel, what your opinion is, what you care about, the whole shebang, right? And then on that point, boundaries. Boundaries, our favorites. I hate the word boundaries. But boundaries don't make you high maintenance. Saying you don't want to do something or asking someone to treat you a certain way or asking someone to show up for you a certain way or just saying, listen, I don't want to go out tonight or I don't want to, I don't know, whatever it may be, is not high maintenance. It's not asking too much. It's, you know, it's actually quite funny because people can do it to us. Like they can say all these things to us and we'll be like, oh, completely get it. All good. I understand. But then when we do it, it's like, no, that's bad. You're not allowed to do that. You can't do that. Yeah. And it's quite funny though, because I have a few relationships where I start to build that resentment because people are allowed to have their boundaries, but as soon as I put a boundary in place, it's not respected, right? Because I've always been low maintenance. Why do I now have why am I setting a boundary? Who are you? And that's kind of like where you have to draw the line and actually have those conversations, have those hard conversations. Just like, you're allowed to have boundaries. I'm allowed to have boundaries. Let's respect each other's, because it can't just be one-sided.
Yeah.
Because once again, that resentment will build if I'm not allowed to
feel a certain way.
Yeah, feel a certain way or have an opinion or whatever it may be.
The problem is with just being low maintenance, just being like, you know, I'm always fine. And literally, I'm preaching to the church, like we know this. But very few people get to know you very deeply because they don't truly know who you are. Because I think it kind of puts up a front, right?
Yeah.
Like a fence in front of you because you're like, oh, I'm okay, don't worry.
Everything's fine.
We're okay. But people want to know you. People want to build a connection on a very deep level. And it's important to allow those select people into your life and to allow them to see what are your needs, how do you feel.
Exactly.
You know?
And it's a thing of sometimes you need to allow people to be there for you, right? And I think that's, especially if low maintenance people are friends with low maintenance people, sometimes you have to almost inconvenience people because people want to love you fully. They genuinely want to. I have a friend that and because I don't like inconveniencing people, I'll kind of like go through things by myself, and then afterwards I'll tell my friends about it.
Yeah.
And I told him about it, and he was so mad at me that I didn't tell him while I was going through it. And I was like, no, but you were busy, and you're like,
fine.
you have all your things, and you're also going through something. Like, I'm not going to inconvenience you with that on top of everything else. And he was like, you need to allow me to be there, because you're not even giving me the option to show up, be there for you, be inconvenienced by you, because those are the times when your people really matter. And at the same time, if you are not going to allow me to be there for you when you actually need people, then I don't necessarily feel safe enough to come to you when I'm in need, because
you weren't comfortable enough. So why?
Exactly. It's like,
yeah, absolutely.
it goes both ways, which I completely get, because I want my people in my life to feel extremely safe and to know, like, if you call me at any point in time, I will be there. Yes. I will show up. I will, whatever it may be, I will be there to the best of my abilities. But if I can't like give them the opportunity to do the same for me, it's just you can't.
No, that's a good point.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't expect them to do it for you if you're not doing it for yourself.
And people want to show up for you. People want to love on you, like just like you want to on them.
Exactly.
Like, you want to make their life easier and better. So you need to allow them opportunity. That's a good one.
And it's like it's out of love more than anything else. It's just like, just give people the opportunity to see you. So stop making yourself so small. That's basically the point of this episode. Stop making yourself small because you're scared of inconveniencing people. It's good to inconvenience people. Keep them on their toes.
Don't let them get comfortable.
No, never let them know your next move.
That's a good one.
But yeah, we hope that we actually got our point across and once again didn't ramble too much. But thank you so much for joining us this week. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.